Hi friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and Elwing and I are here today to talk to you about some really great books that we think you might like. So it's Thanksgiving this week, so happy Thanksgiving, my friends. And this is the time of year where we all start to think about things that we're really thankful for, things that we're very grateful for. And I know some of the first things that we think about when we think about things that we're thankful for are our family, our friends, our health. But what about books? Where do books fall into that? You can be thankful for books too, don't you think? I think so too, Elwing. And there are so many books to be thankful for and so many books to be just so grateful for. So that's what I want to focus on this week is a few books that I am really thankful for. And maybe this week you could also think about some books that you're thankful for and why they mean so much to you. So when I think about things that I'm thankful for in terms of books, well, that can be really just such a broad thing, right? Because everybody's different and everybody reads for different reasons and therefore are thankful for books for different reasons. So to make it easy, I'm going to break it down into 3 separate reasons today. Books that make me thankful because they've taken me on a really amazing journey. Books that I'm thankful for because they've been a comfort to me. And books that I'm thankful for because they just make me happy. Because happiness is so important, right? Especially when you're reading. So the first book I want to talk about, and this is going to be focusing on the journey aspect of thankfulness, is The Light Between Worlds by Laura Weymouth. The Light Between Worlds. I love this book because this took me on kind of 2 separate journeys. This book was reminded me very much of Narnia. And you know how the kids go to Narnia and then they come back and the story sort of ends there. It doesn't really talk about what happens to them after they come back. How do they live in this world that they used to know when everything is different and they are used to this other amazing world? Well, that's what this book talks about. It talks about this family of kids who go to this world called the Woodlands. And the Woodlands is just this beautiful place with talking animals and everything is magical. But then they come back and they live in the 1940s or the early 1940s, late 30s, where World War II is going on. So now they have to cope with this war. They have to cope with their family, and they have to cope with this knowledge that they went to this amazing place. Or did they? Did they make it all up? And I love this book because it takes us to 2 different places. It takes us to the Woodlands to learn what kind of things are happening there and how amazing it is. The journey there was so fantastic. And it also takes us back to World War II and describes a little bit about what it was like living around then too. So this book is just absolutely amazing. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite young adult books of all time. And that is The Light Between Worlds. Next, I want to talk about a book that is very comforting to me. I found comforting, and I'm thankful for that. And it's called Empress of the World by Sara Ryan. I first read this book when I was 16 years old. I found it in the library, and this was the very, very first book I ever read that had LGBT representation in it. And it's about a girl who goes to the summer camp for gifted students, and she meets this other young woman, and they fall in love. And it's a very simple love story, but also about finding yourself and knowing who you are. And this book was just so amazing, and it blew my mind when I first read it because I had never read a book with LGBT people in it before. And knowing that there were books out there and that there were other people like this made me feel not so alone, that there were other people in the world that were like me. And it's absolutely just such an amazing story. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this. Empress of the World by Sara Ryan. And last, but especially not least, this is a book by one of my favorite young adult authors, Laini Taylor, and it's Strange the Dreamer. And this book I'm thankful for because it makes me so, 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 so happy. So happy. And it's about this young man named Laszlo Strange who becomes a librarian. And he is obsessed with this hidden kingdom called Weep. And its name really isn't Weep, but that's just what everybody calls it because the real name has been lost to magic. He gets the opportunity to go to this world, and it is just, I can't say too much more about it because it's just absolutely amazing. If you've ever read anything by Laini Taylor, you know her writing is just absolutely magical. It's so fantastic. This book is just, oh, it's amazing. I can't recommend it highly enough. That this book and Laini Taylor in general, because they are both just absolutely amazing. So, Strange the Dreamer. Definitely give it a try. Well, those are the books that I have to talk to you about today. If you find them interesting, you want to check them out, give us a call or go on our website and put them on hold, and we can bring them out to you with our curbside service. That's definitely an option, but I think you guys should all think about this week and this whole season, really. What, aside from some of the other things you're thankful for, what books are you thankful for? What authors are you thankful for, and why? How did they change your life? How did they inspire you? And maybe shoot me an email or let me know next time I see you what books really you're just absolutely love and that you're thankful for. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and happy Thanksgiving.